Well, folks, buckle up. It's time to talk about American politics again. Specifically, we're diving into the whirlwind that was Pete Hegseth's confirmation hearing for Secretary of Defense. Now, you might be thinking, Pete Hegseth? Secretary of Defense? Has America collectively lost its mind? And to that I say the answer is a resounding maybe, but that's a topic for another day. Hegseth, a former Fox News commentator known for his, shall we say, colorful takes, wasn't exactly a shoo-in for the role. In fact, his nomination was about as welcome as a skunk at a picnic. Democrats were sharpening their knives, ready to grill Hegseth over past controversies, and boy were there controversies. We're talking about a man who once threw an axe at a West Point band member. Don't worry, he missed. This is the same guy who suggested we just get rid of the Army Corps of Engineers. Needless to say, Hegseth's qualifications for leading the Department of Defense were about as thin as a communion wafer. So, the stage was set for a showdown of epic proportions. On one side you had Democrats, eager to expose Hegseth's flaws and block his nomination. On the other side you had Republicans determined to push through their guy, logic and qualifications be damned. And in the middle of this political circus, one man decided to steal the show. Senator Markwayne Mullin, a Republican from Oklahoma, isn't exactly known for his subtlety. He's more like a bull in a china shop, charging headfirst into any debate with the grace of a runaway tractor. And in the case of Hegseth's hearing, Mullin decided to bring his own brand of chaos to the proceedings. Now you might expect a senator defending a nominee to focus on, the nominee's qualifications. But Mullin had other plans. Instead of trying to convince everyone that Hegseth was secretly a strategic mastermind, Mullin decided to employ a different tactic: deflection. Mullin, with the righteous indignation of a man who just found a spider in his bathtub, decided to call out the Democrats for their hypocrisy. He argued that they were holding Hegseth to an impossible standard, conveniently ignoring the fact that some of their own members had, shall we say, colorful pasts. He brought up instances of senators allegedly showing up to vote under the influence of alcohol. Now, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure the Hippocratic Oath doesn't mention anything about voting on bills while 3 sheets to the wind. Mullin then went on to highlight cases of senators who had gone through messy divorces due to infidelity, because apparently, marital fidelity is the gold standard for determining someone's fitness to oversee the U.S. military. Section 4. Beyond the big top double standards and political accountability. Now let's be clear. Mullin wasn't exactly wrong about the existence of double standards in politics. It's no secret that politicians often operate by a different set of rules than us mere mortals. They can get away with things that would get the rest of us fired, arrested, or at the very least, uninvited from future dinner parties. But here's the thing. Pointing out hypocrisy doesn't magically erase the nominee's own shortcomings. It's like saying, sure, my client may have robbed a bank, but hey, at least he didn't kick a puppy like that other guy. It's a classic case of whataboutism, a tactic as old as time itself. Section 5. The show goes on. Hegseth's fate and the future of political theater. So, what was the point of Mullin's grandstanding? Was it a desperate attempt to save a sinking ship? A calculated move to distract from the actual issues at hand? Or maybe, just maybe, it was all part of a larger strategy to further erode public trust in government. After all, if everyone is seen as equally bad, then no one is really accountable. In the end, Hegseth's nomination went about as well as you'd expect. Imagine a lead balloon attempting to cross the Atlantic Ocean. It was a glorious disaster, but the circus didn't end there. The political theater continues, with both sides more than happy to sacrifice substance for spectacle. And as for us, the audience? We're left to wonder if we're watching a comedy, a tragedy, or a horror show.